Hello.
Hello.
Is there anybody who can confirm that we are audible?
Hello.
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 Don't keep saying hello.
Bye.
Jeez. No, don't say bye either. That's weird. I just want to confirm that we're audible. If you guys can hear us, it would mean a lot to us if somebody could say in chat yes, or you're audible, or
hello.
anything like that. Hello. Yeah, just say literally anything in chat, and we'll get the message. I don't know. We might have to make sure we're audible. I'm not 100% sure if we are or not. Well, I'm pretty sure I can see it over there, so I'm pretty sure we're audible. The big issue that I always have with audibility in this particular system within Twitch and everything is that I keep muting the mic, or I'll mute it either the actual mic, or I'll go over and I'll just literally mute the entirety of the mic through OBS. And I'm pretty sure I'm seeing it, and I'm pretty sure I'm not seeing it being muted, so we'll just do it this way. We'll assume that we're audible.
We can always check through the Twitch app on the tablet, but that might be a pain in the butt.
Well, I mean, if you want to go through the work, you can do it, but...
Nah, because the format on yours is different than... This is like a difference of a week or two of us getting the Twitch app on our tablets.
Actually, they're exactly the same. It's just when we were doing it through yours, we were looking at it as somebody watching the stream, not as the streamer.
That makes sense.
That's the actual difference. That's all that it is.
Damn.
Yeah,
How did I
no
not notice that?
I don't know.
Get your login bonus.
Alright. Flash in the pan and Coral Waltz. And I get the voucher, obviously.
Yeah. So what are we doing? Is it optionals today?
You know, I'm not 100% sure what we're gonna do, but I'm thinking maybe we'll do some optional stuff. Somebody told me earlier today, by the way, that the giant oven looks like an axolotl. And I still see a cat. I don't think that's an axolotl.
Yeah, what they're saying, because it's got palm fronds on the side that look like fins, but it's a cat.
Yeah, it's totally a fucking cat.
Of course it's a cat.
Why would you think it's an axolotl?
It can double as both, I guess, but it's definitely a cat.
It shouldn't double as both. You shouldn't make the strange assumption that it's both. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm thinking we'll do some optionals for a little bit, at least until we start having more people show up.
Yeah.
Let's see. I hate doing the really easy, weird optionals in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but at the same time, it gets them out of the way forever.
Yeah. I mean, kinda. Let me think. Let's see. We've got a bunch of them in here. We've got a bunch of them in here. Somebody told me that there's a really good one, if you want a challenge that's literally just hunt 2 basils.
Huh.
And I don't see it here, so we don't have it clearly.
Well, you've never hunted one?
Yeah, I mean, that could be it. Let's see. I'm tempted to go after a Nergigante, because it's been a little bit since we've done that, but I don't want to bore people by continuously hunting Nergigantes. Is this for...
That's
for
yes.
Yes, it is. Is that harder or easier than the wyvern ones?
I've
heard the wyvern egg ones are actually super easy in the wastes.
I haven't done the wyvern egg one. I will say that I did the herbivore one yesterday and was falling asleep on myself while doing it and still did it.
Is it super easy though?
Yeah.
Is that what's up? Okay. We'll just do some really quick egg hunts while we wait for other people, I suppose. Yeah, that's probably the quickest way to it, and who cares? It's a fucking herbivore egg quest. I don't need anything for this.
You really don't.
I could go in without a weapon and probably be fine.
Well, you want to chase the Apsaros away. But
I mean, sure.
Yeah, otherwise, yeah, you don't need your
Because
weapon.
they sort of care if you steal
Yeah, they
their
care.
eggs,
And even
I
though they
guess.
can't really hurt you, they can make you drop the egg.
What is the actual campsite I'm going to?
The central camp.
Yeah, I figured it was going to wind up being one of the other ones, because clearly it's not actually that
Yeah,
one.
the central camp is the only one you go down instead of going up, or have to crawl through a hole to get to.
Yeah, I'm not that surprised. Okay,
Since you
and
can't climb, you can't crawl, can't swim with the egg.
I'm going to guess it's this one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the central... Oh, whoops, wrong button. What am I doing? What's up with me today?
Watch them
Okay.
freak out.
Oh yeah, no, they always freak out. It's fine. I don't care.
It's taking them a second. You can't go through that. That's a crawl hole.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay. It's not just one egg, is it? How many was it?
2.
Ah, what a pain. Oh yeah, it's up in the top right-hand corner. I'm
Yep.
blind as hell.
No, that's fine.
Alright,
It
fair
is
enough.
rather small text, and you're far away from the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did this just yesterday, and I had been holding off on it because the first time I tried it, I didn't know about the central
Roll with
cam.
this now, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
there you go.
Well, okay then. I guess you guys are both dying then, so that I can make this a little bit easier on myself.
Yeah,
Congratulations, literally killing yourselves by coming into my, territory. That's your fault, not mine.
clearly.
All of you are dead. I'm killing the babies too. Here we go.
I mean, you were killing the babies either way. Let's be real.
No. Herbivore eggs, you might take them to raise them, you don't know.
Well, no, because it's the chef who wants you to get these eggs.
Well, that's also a good point. Little pro tip, by the way. If you don't fucking carve a monster, the bodies take longer to disappear. So if you kill what are these, Apsaros, I
Yeah.
guess? If you are being plagued by Apsaros during herbivore missions, you kill the bodies, don't carve them. And they'll stay like this for about 5
I think
minutes.
you can go down the hill
Oh,
and
no,
all
it's-
the way
It's
around.
way less than 5 minutes, but still.
But yeah, you can.
Like this?
Whoa!
Is
I
this
didn't
the hill you
realize.
meant?
Yeah, I didn't realize you could slide with
Yeah,
the
you can
thing.
slide with the thing.
Cool.
I don't remember how I learned that, but I swear to God, this isn't the first time I've slid around with an egg.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do with it that I wouldn't have expected. I'm
Oh
assuming.
yeah, well the eggs are different in this game. I don't know what's up
Yeah,
with that.
I'm assuming you still drop it if you run out of stamina.
Yeah, I'm going to make an assumption on that and say you are probably correct. Yeah.
You don't want to go through the hole that Kulu's coming through. You're gonna want to go more to the right.
More to the right.
Yeah.
Is there a hole over there?
Yeah,
or-
there is.
Okay.
Like you can kind of see it, but it's not obvious from this angle.
I'm guessing I want to kind of be careful of the.
I
there's a deeper
fell
part
into
of
the
this
deep
area,
part and
right?
was fine.
Oh, it's actually okay.
Yeah,
All right.
apparently. I thought
Well,
I was
fuck,
screwed
all
and
right,
it was
yeah.
fine.
So did I. I kind of assumed that if you fall
Yeah.
into the deeper part with the eggs, you're just going to drop the eggs.
And like I said, I was dead ass asleep doing
Yeah,
this mission
alright,
and it was
fair
still
enough.
fine. I didn't run out of stamina and drop an egg. I didn't do shit. It was just I like nodded off and woke up and there was the egg still.
Well, I guess the only monsters that are going to go after you are going to be Apsaroth, and they only exist in like very sparse parts of this map.
The Kulu doesn't even care, and the Kulu eats eggs.
I thought the Kulu would have cared.
Guess not.
It's weird that he doesn't. I don't know. Is it just straight on and then take a left?
Yeah.
All right, I could do that.
Yeah.
I keep
it's
expecting there to be
slightly-
Jacolikas here, and they're super not because I'm still in low rank when
Yeah.
I do this.
I don't know if they'd have cared about your egg either.
They would have attacked me. They wouldn't have cared about the egg. They would have cared about me.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a slightly smaller route than going around the other way, I think.
Being in high rank and taking low rank missions always feels really, really cheatsy. I don't know why.
Yeah, but you did the work, so like doing it out of order isn't that big a deal.
Well, yeah, totally. I'm just
You've
saying.
done the hard stuff. It's not like you're cheating by making this easy. You went and did a bunch of hard things.
I guess. So down.
And into the blue box.
How did you beat me here?
Magic.
Fucking magic.
Also digging.
Supply box.
Yep.
Deliver an egg. Okay, there we go.
Cool. Now do it
Good.
again.
Oh, fuck everything.
Hey, James Mason. Haven't done any missions where you have to carry things into you, but did carry stuff because you wanted to. Oh, yeah, no, like, sometimes you'll just
Yeah.
find those and be like, they're worth good points if you take them back. I never bother.
Yeah, in
'Cause they're
this
a pain.
game... So in this game, though, research points are worth a hell of a lot more because you can use them to buy and get a bunch of stuff. So if you can find a quick and easy way to get research points, it's like free money. So if you get really good with like herbivore egg stuff, you can do that super easy and super quick and yada yada yada, and it's fine. But I absolutely hate carry missions in this game series.
Yeah, at least in this one, they don't, like, decide to have an angry Radian follow you around.
Well, they would if that was a Radiant egg.
Yeah, which is gonna be a thing.
The bigger issue that I have is that they've been a main staple in the franchise since the very beginning. The whole egg mission thing. Mm-hmm. Like, even in Monster Hunter 1, I want to say, the PS2 one, the first herbivore, not even first herbivore egg, the first egg mission you get is a wyvern egg mission. They hand it to you when you're still in rank, like, well, it's 1-star missions. So you're roughly like rank probably 2 or 3. And they hand it to you as an example of, hey, look, this is a thing. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. And then a Rathalos or a Radiant goes right after you. And it's like, oh, okay. It's a Rathalos, by the way, not a Radiant.
Whichever. They can try
I distinctly
a Radiant
remember it
heckles
being
you.
a Rathalos. In the PS2 game, anyway. Which is weird, because it's like Radiant takes forever to show up in that game, and I don't know why.
I don't know.
It's really weird.
I mean, it feels like they probably designed the Rathalos first and then decided, okay, here's a green one.
Well, you'd think that they'd both show up at the same time because they're supposed to be the same monster, but here's a massive gender difference between the two or whatever. And
It's
it's
honestly
like, oh,
just color,
okay.
though. I mean, there's other differences, but it's mostly
they're
color.
a sexually dimorphic species of animal.
Yeah, like, there's more to it, like the Radiant's hairy back or whatever, but it's like, like,
My
they're...
Radiant's hairy back. Yeah.
I know she's yours.
No, shush.
But it's, like, kind of just the biggest difference is the color, and that makes it kind of blend out the other differences, because you mostly just see the color.
They're actually significantly different. There are big differences, like in the size of most of their appendages. Like, Rathalos has bigger feet, and Radian has, I think, a bigger tail, but there are certain spines on the Rathalos tail that are bigger. Like, they do actually have some physical differences that you have to sit down and really look at them to get. But they're there.
Okay. Is there someone following? Yeah.
Yeah, some dick.
Is that the range of his area? Is that
no,
it?
that was him trying to attack, because he was
right,
either going
right,
to jump
spike
at
tail.
me and try and headbutt me, or he was going to slap me
Hey,
with his
buddy.
tail. Yeah, can you take care of that, Kulu? Thanks.
Yeah, from one egg-hungry thief to another. He'll be like, yeah, I'll take care of this guy.
Yeah. And
Nah,
then
he's
Kulu
just
goes and
going
kills
down
an
to drink.
herbivore.
Yeah, I don't know if that Kulu could take an Apsaros.
I would be willing to bet that the Kulu could take an Apsaroth if they
they're
actually
not-
got into a fight.
They're not strong, but, like, the Kulu's kind of... Like, it's got really small limbs and its head, and it's like, you don't want to attack with your head against something with a tail like that, I feel.
Yeah.
It could throw rocks in theory, but, like, I don't know how good that's gonna do.
Yeah, kinda.
Kulus are probably smart enough that if you taught them how to use a tool that's not too complicated, they'd figure it out. So we should give a great sword to a Kulu and see what it does.
Oh, Christ. I'm just waiting for the day that they introduce subspecies for Kulu. And it's like, this Kulu doesn't use rocks. It uses...
Bombs.
Like, some stupid shit that it picks up from humans instead. Like a Kulu with a greatsword. Or a Kulu with, like, wagon wheels. And it puts the wheels down on the ground and just starts surfing around. Like, it just becomes a wheel Kulu or something. It's the wheel skeleton equivalent of a Kulu.
God, that would be weird.
Yeah, it would. I don't know what I got right at the end there.
It looked like sushi fish.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take them.
Of which I found there is a bigger version. There is a great sushi fish. I don't know how rare they are. I got one on accident.
Wait, was that a steel egg? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Cool. Those are just money items.
Yeah, you got an egg for the egg mission.
Neat.
Makes sense.
I guess.
And now you've got eggs in the canteen. And now you
Okay.
never have to do that particular mission again.
Good, because I didn't want to do it that time.
But it was not that hard.
No,
it was
it
quick.
wasn't that difficult at all.
The only difficulty is knowing to get the central camp.
Yeah. So half the reason I'm going through some of these low rank options, by the way, is because I realized that I think by this point in the game I'm supposed to have 3 the trees down there, and I've still only got the one.
Yeah, and you don't have the full range of things you can make with it.
Yeah,
either.
right. And
I
it's
mean,
like,
not
what,
that
what
it
have I been
mattered.
skipping
for you.
over?
You
Like,
just wanted honey. You wanted nothing but honey.
Well, I still kind of want nothing but honey, to be honest. A prickly predicament.
That's just pick some cactuses.
Oh, is that all that it is?
Yeah, that's all it is.
How many cactuses?
It says 20
20.
bobble
Oh,
cactuses.
gross.
It's not that hard.
It's not that difficult.
Do you want me to do these? Are you that
No,
bored?
no. It's fine. It's not that big a deal. It's just really annoying. But whatever. I guess I'll go pick cactuses, I guess.
Oh man, in chat. Thank you, Mason, for reminding me that you can have multiple palicos in the 4th gen games.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had better have a ball with that when we finally...
Yeah, when we actually go in there, sure.
Yeah, that's what we might have been doing today and forgot. Was
What's
to
that?
go to GameStop.
Oh, yeah, we
but
were
we can
gonna
do
do
that
some
tomorrow.
stuff.
We can do that
We were
whenever.
like sitting around trying to figure out what the hell we were forgetting to do today. We were like, what? Were we supposed to do something?
I mean, there's a couple other things we know
well, like,
forgot.
we knew that there's a handful of things that we need to
that
do.
I'm
but
not
it's
going
like,
to say.
Yeah, there were some very specific things, though, where we were like, what the fuck are we forgetting? What are we missing?
And Josh
Yeah,
was
that
like,
was
do we
totally
need
one
to
of
do
them.
laundry? And I was like, we did laundry like 2 days ago, dude.
That was totally one of them, was that we needed to go and pick up cheese.
Yeah, when we do we
Oh,
damn
well.
better have a fleet of palicos.
You can have a few at a time. I forget if you're able to take multiples with you on missions. I think you can. Not 100% sure.
You should be able to just play as a swarm of them.
You can play as a Palico in GU.
No, like multiple palicos being controlled at once.
Oh, that would be impossible.
Like
I don't know why
Pikmin.
you want that.
It's not impossible. It would be like
It would
Pikmin.
be terrible.
No, it would be Pikmin, but they're cats. Which, if
Anyway.
any indie developers out there ever see this, you can take that idea, Pikmin, but
Please
it's
don't.
cats.
It sounds terrible.
Does it?
A little bit.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, it
Like,
sounds
maybe
fun.
it's just me, but I don't like the sound of it.
Whatever. I think game, but they're cats instead, is usually a solid concept.
But for Palicos, having just a ton of them in 4th generational games tends to be really fun. Because you can name them and you can do all sorts of things. Problem is that they're random. Like the design on the Palico, like the color and the
But you can pick the
setup
name.
for the body patterns and stuff. But yeah, you can pick the name. And their
That's still
skills
fine.
usually. You can set their armor however the hell you want, though. And you can set things like skills if you get really good and stuff like that. Because they do have individual levels that are, attached to the names and stuff like that. It's super good. I do actually like it. I really like GU's whole play as the Palico thing, because Palico as a class in Monster Hunter is super fun and super unique. And then it never shows back up, and it's like, why did you do this? Why did you create this and then lock it to one game that is never going to... They didn't even plan to do a 2nd Generations, by the way. Like, that's
just
kind
kind
of
of
the
happened?
weird fucking, realization of Generations. Yeah, it just happened.
Huh.
It was, main team was working on this, and they needed something to finish up the cycle for the Wii U games, and they were like, well, what if we just do, a game for 3DS? Sorry, not Wii U.
Have
What
you,
if we
you
just-
haven't you haven't been down to the watery area yet, right?
No.
Okay.
Are there cactuses
there's
down
a
there?
ton of cactus there, if I
Okay.
remember right. There's at least one, but that general area is a good direction to go.
Well, they had to finish up the 4th, iteration of stuff. I know I'm going the wrong way, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm
there's
on my way
cactuses
somewhere else.
there.
Oh, are there not cactuses down here? I thought there were.
I don't know. I know that when
Don't tell me no
the
if you don't
Diablos
know.
runs off to go eat, he goes somewhere else.
I don't think you can eat the round cactuses.
yeah,
though.
no, but presumably cactus just don't grow down here.
Maybe not. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I've never noticed one here.
Yeah, Generations, though, was a game that it has a lot of love and attention put into it, but I think the official explanation was that they wanted to finish up the 4th generation because they were working on the 5th, and it was slow goings, and they were like, we have to put something out. So they wound up going out of their way to just basically design and build Monster Hunter Generations, which is literally let's
There you
celebrate
go.
the whole of Monster Hunter, because Monster Hunter in and of itself has a really big following, and we've got generations worth of Monster Hunter going on, and people love it, and yada yada yada. And it turned into Monster Hunter Generations, which is we took all the best parts of every game that people enjoy, all the monsters that people like, and we brought all of them back at once. And then we came up with some new stuff, and we tried to make the game look more anime. And people ate it up. They really enjoyed it. And then that was what they were going to do. They were just going to do a single one.
Did you not see the ones that were on the other ledge?
No?
Yeah, no. Two, you keep spinning, so
Sorry,
I can't say. Stop.
Okay.
Okay, behind you.
This way?
Yeah. So that ledge, and now follow that ledge, spinning. Now it's on your right. Spin.
Okay. This way?
Yeah. Down there, just on this. There we
Okay.
go. There's one. That's not the one I was looking at, but there's another one a little further down.
All right.
Just on the ledge, or is there a second? Well, we could have seen it from the other side. There it is. That's the one. See
Where?
it? Right
Oh,
in
yeah, I
front of
see
you.
it. Okay. Yeah, but the whole idea behind Generations Ultimate was we didn't know Generations was going to be this popular. So
Okay.
they just
the
got a bigger version of it.
Kula just showing up.
They were like, sure, whatever. And they made Generations Ultimate. And Generations Ultimate was originally a 3DS game and then had a release on Switch afterwards. Whereas the original Generations was a 3DS only game. And Generations Ultimate was basically, let's just do the same thing twice, but make it bigger this time. And it worked. I mean, honestly, it's a good game. Supposedly, it had a very low sale number in the US, however.
Huh.
So, go figure. It happens.
Okay.
I don't know. World sold fucking gangbusters, though. On, like, every console.
Yeah, well, I can see why this game seems a lot more accessible than prior ones.
Yeah, I would argue World, now that we've beaten it, now that we've played all the way through the game and everything else,
Who that?
I would argue
Who
it's
is
a
Approach?
Radian, clearly.
You can tell from a shadow that's
Yeah.
at a weird angle.
Yeah, I can tell most monsters based on their
Okay.
shadow.
I know for a fact that there's a cactus near the Baroth's den.
Okay. Well, I only need the one more
Yeah.
to make this work anyway. But, yeah, I... Fuck, what was I saying? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, this game it's... Now that we've beaten it, I can totally agree. Like, 100%, this game is way more accessible for new players. Like, clearly they built this game from the top to the bottom for new people.
Yeah, and also the fact that there was a PC release made it really accessible because for a lot of people it's way easier than
Yeah.
going console.
Well, actually, that's not true. That's surprisingly not true at all.
Oh.
It's console tends to be way more accessible for people than PC. Games significantly usually they look better and they play better on PCs, but a lot of normal people don't own PCs that can play PC games.
Huh. I guess. Wasn't it also the first time in a while that one of these games was released on non-Nintendo consoles?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that
was
might
the
have
first
been
time
part of
since
it.
literally. Well, there was a point in the third generation where a game got released, but I was going to say second gen because first generation was PS2 exclusive. Second generation was PS2, but then had some PSP movement. And then third generation was where it flip-flopped over to Nintendo and then stuck on Nintendo for third and fourth. With the exception of one game, which was Portable Third, which had some very minor enhancements, and I think people argued was actually a second-gen transitional game that they staggered the release of because Sony had the rights to it or something like that. And they wound up staggering it so that it would look like they still had a Monster Hunter on PSP.
Huh. Weird?
Didn't work so good, honestly.
Yeah.
It was apparently not a very good game, but you could hook it up to your PS3 via the PSP, and you could play it on your PS3.
And as much as like Nintendo's great, and I think that the games on Nintendo consoles are great, the
that's not what I
demographic
wanted.
for They're just telling you sometimes Xeno'jiiva shows up. The demographic for Monster Hunter had already existed on not Nintendo, so they were kind of jumping away from that, and nobody bought a Wii U.
Why they're telling me that? Because it happened.
Yeah.
They only tell you shit like that when it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, but you said the original Generations U was Wii U,
I'm
right?
sorry. Wow, I didn't understand anything of what you just said. What?
God. All right. You you said that the Generations U was originally on the Wii U, right?
No, Generations U is a 3DS game.
Okay. Which one was on the Wii U?
That was Monster Hunter Tri-U.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no one liked the Wii U as far as I can tell,
actually,
except for Splatoon players.
3U was also on the 3DS,
Okay.
but people played the hell out of 3U. Like, there were a lot of people who bought the Wii U specifically just to play 3U. So, I don't know, actually, that was a pretty popular game.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it does seem like there's a lot of reasons this one was selling a lot better.
Yeah, well, I mean, to some extent it is because people were like, oh, it's on a different... I'm gonna go buy a thing, leave me alone.
Okay, I'll leave.
No, I'm kidding,
You said to leave you alone. I guess I'm just annoying.
No, you're not.
God.
But, yeah, no, it was one of those things where it was just like, I think it's because of how accessible it was. I think it's because it was, people were more open to the idea of, like, picking it up and stuff like that. Because it was there and it was on a lot. I remembered something. These stack. I don't know why I completely fucking forgot that. They totally stack. You can only have one at a time. Like, you can only own one at a time. But they stack if you have the upgraded version and the downgraded version.
Oh, okay. Cool, might as well.
Yeah, right? Like, it totally slipped my brain until I was, like, talking to someone and they mentioned it. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I forgot. But yeah, no, apparently that's a thing. So now I have more armor than I had before, even.
Do you not have a thing for the strength one?
No, because they take Betelgeuse talons.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry, Basil Goose.
You gotta go fight one.
I do. I have to fight one for its talons.
Yeah.
I also need tranks. How do I not have any tranks? What's wrong with me?
Because they take sleep herbs and parashrooms, and you can't just buy them. And neither sleep herbs nor parashrooms are things you can get the botanist to make until you've done a few of his optionals.
Yeah, that could be it. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I usually have one or the other set, and then just sort of switch over.
You know what? Can I eat for something stupid, or...
You can eat stupid things all the time, I just suggest not.
Well, I mean, fair enough. That is true. I'll eat for defense. This is a low-rank Baroth. I'm just gonna walk in and fucking steamroll him. He can't even touch me now.
Well, it's a capture, so don't go too steamy.
I know, I'm gonna have to hold back, but I'm just saying. Yeah. Low-rank Baroth. I've got large defense. I've got 2 kinds of defense charms. I'm not even gonna bother chugging a drug.
Chugging a jug.
Chugging a drug. But I'm gonna try not to kill him. I don't think he can physically harm me at this point, though. I'm gonna say.
He can, if nothing else, knock you back.
I thought I had to take a path to the left over there, but apparently he just wants me to take this one.
Yeah, I don't see why you'd go to the left. He's always down in this general area.
I thought there was a different path, but I guess I was imagining
I mean, there's many paths. I keep forgetting how many paths there are here. Don't hurt him. Don't you bully that toad.
I will bully any toad anytime.
No.
If I see a toad, I bully a toad.
They're such good boys, though. And girls. I can't tell which.
I don't know. I'll leave these ones alone because they might help me later on. We don't know.
What, when you bully them later?
Yeah. Exactly.
All
See, now you're
toads
starting
are
to get it.
good and pure. Pure paralysis in this case, but they're pure and they deserve to be left alone to flourish.
Pure?
Where are you looking?
I'm looking for the Baroth, and it
well, he
looks
usually
like
doesn't
he's
go down
over
this
here.
far.
Well, I'm checking the map, so...
That's a Geratodus.
Oh, that's a Geratodus. Well, it didn't say nothing about catching no Geratodus, so I'll just kill this Geratodus.
I guess. I think there's at least one thing you're going to want an Aqua Sac for. I don't know if
yeah,
you've done that.
I think... No, I'm pretty sure I still need one. Which actually
kinda-
means maybe I should catch him, not kill him.
He's kind of cute. He's just chilling and then doing the rearing up thing. It's like a really fat Epioth. It's kind of nice. This is just, like, I don't know if I'd call this one of my favorites, but I did spend quite a bit of time fighting it for the full armor set, because there's a Jiratoda switch axe. I wanted to get everything. So I've fought
fair.
many of these, and I like them. They're really neat.
Yeah, I mean, they're cute. They're giant, low-finned fish. They look like, whatchamacallums, a little bit. Coelacanths,
Yeah.
kind of.
They kind of look like, you know that feeling you get when you're with a cat and you want to, like, sort of gently rub and pinch its ears or its little toe beans? I get that
Maybe.
feeling from this thing's fins. It's like you just kind of want to pinch him really
gross.
gently and rub him. It's like, oh, look at you, fat fins.
I don't like that idea at all, because I've been around fish with fins like this. They don't feel very good. They just feel crunchy.
Well, this thing's a fish dragon. I feel like this would be a little more,
I mean,
like, neat.
it has the potential to feel different, but I'm just saying, man.
It's being insinuated in chat that your favorite game is Super Mario Bros. 2 because you like to bully toads. This isn't true, and I know it's not true because your favorite game is Super Mario Bros. 3.
No.
Because it's the one you had.
That's not
as
my
a kid.
favorite game. It's the game I had as a kid, though. I did like Super Mario Brothers 2, but I never owned it. 'Cause
I think we still
just one of those
own
games.
the Game Boy Advance version. I never
Yeah, we
got
do.
very far in it. I'm bad at 2D platformers.
that's fine.
Yeah. It's the game where you can play as Peach, though, and I liked that.
Yeah, it's also the game where you can play as Toad, which is what they're talking about. Toad's like the worst character in that game, too.
I assumed that by bullying a toad, they mean
Oops.
Wart.
Oh yeah, well, I mean that's who.
You're gonna
probably.
bully him?
Maybe I'll bully Toad too, you know, just to, you know, prove I can do it. Yeah, Wart is a very confusing fucking character in the Mario lore as well. Because he shows up in Zelda.
He shows up in Link's Awakening, correct?
Yes, specifically. Which kind of is in line with the stuff that he shows up for in Mario
Yeah,
as well. Because
he's a dream
literally
guy.
just a guy in a dream, sort of.
Yeah, it's Link's Awakening also has Kirby as just a generic enemy.
Yes, and
Kirby is
did
dream
that
based.
fish just drop kick another fish?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay, sorry. Yes, Kirby shows up, so do Chain Chomps, so do... Let's see, Peach shows up in a photo in that game. Like, not actually Peach, but somebody claiming to be Peach because they're catfishing. For some strange reason. I don't fully understand why.
Yeah, didn't it turn out that the actual person was a literal talking hippo?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe that is the same character.
I don't remember a lot of the details. I remember that game being super charming, though.
Oh yeah, no, that game's super fun.
So you're not killing it?
So let's see here. No, I probably shouldn't. If you want Aqua Sacs, it's better to cap things anyway.
Yeah. Just remember that you're supposed to capture the Barath, too.
Yeah, and I've got enough.
Yeah.
I know what
yeah.
I'm doing. I don't have too much of an issue doing this. I know what I'm doing, generally speaking.
Yeah, but if another thing shows up, don't try to capture it, too.
Well,
Just go
no,
for the Barath.
of course not. Yeah. But you're more likely to get Aqua Sacs coming out of capturing fish than you are for killing them. Sorry, Giratodus, not fish.
I mean,
Let's be real.
sort of.
It's like one of two large fish in this game. It's like the only fucking one that anybody ever goes after, too.
Well, you don't go
my
after
experience.
Lavasioth because it's, like, higher level and you
I feel like
kinda
it's
didn't want to.
kind of not really even necessary, because I think I could fight them at this point. It's just a chore.
Well, you don't know what their armor looks like.
I've got parts enough to know what the armor looks like,
Don't
I?
you?
I thought
No,
I did.
You never actually hit one with
Eh.
your sword, to my knowledge.
All
That I
right, fair enough,
remember.
then. I mean,
You
maybe.
saw it and you walked away.
You might be right.
You kicked the shit out of like 3 or 4 Dodagamas, but you've never
yeah,
gone after
I've beaten up a
Lavasioth.
lot of Dodagamas.
You've never fought the Uragon either, if I'm remembering right.
Uragon? Yeah, I guess that's true. Hadn't really occurred to me, but yeah, I guess I completely skipped over Uragon for a little bit. Rodobon I've hunted the hell out of, though.
Yeah.
Uragon is another one of those ones where it just feels like a chore, because there's an easier version of him, and his armor's not any better than a lot of the stuff that I'd be going after that wasn't Uragon.
Yeah, but you want to kill one for completion.
I guess that is a good point.
And there are missions where you can just fight one. Oh, they threw just a lot of high rank whatevers at you, just so that you have kill every monster.
This is true.
So that could be a thing. Like, you're doing the optionals for
There's
a reason.
fire over there or something.
Wait, was there?
I don't know. Something glowing on the other side of my
That
rock.
might be one of the camps.
Hey, what's up? Hi,
Making
Baroth.
him glow pretty pink.
I know. What's up, Baroth? Open your mouth. Let me shoot it in. Take your medicine, boy. Boyo.
It's just his mouth is glowing Kool-Aid pink.
Yep.
For no reason, too. That doesn't help anyone. It's just funny.
It helps him. I mean, now he's not going to get hit by cars at night. You know?
I don't think that was a problem. Even if cars
come on.
existed, even if there were cars in the setting, I feel like he would be fine if he got hit by
It might
one.
kind of help me later on. I mean, for all that I know, it could help me to find him in a dark area. You
It's
know,
not gonna get that dark.
in my defense of choosing
It's
to
about
beat
as
on
dark
his
as
face.
it gets. Just trying to break his snoot for the extra compressed or
Yeah,
whatever.
I kind of want the extra stuff.
Nice.
Oh yeah, big hit.
It was not yellow damage though.
Yeah, I know.
Didn't do
He's
as much
all
as it
gray
could've.
until you break it.
Yeah.
That's
There's
the big
puddle
thing
pods
about
you
that
can use
stupid
for that right now.
Kind of. I don't know if that's
Well,
good
it'll-
for snoot breaking.
Yeah, it'll break his like hip dirt or whatever. And just
I don't know. I'll wash him up, I guess. I really don't care about this damage in the slightest. The stagger is annoying, but
Yeah.
the damage is worthless. I don't know if you've noticed.
yeah, he's you haven't had to potion or anything. That's literally all the damage
I
he's done.
chose to potion recently.
Okay.
But it was only after the Giratotus fight, and I only did it because I felt like it would be like beneficial to do so.
Because you were thirsty.
Yeah, but I didn't actually take any damage during that fight either. Oh, well, oh well. Like I said, I got like 3 kinds of defense boosting right now, on top of just literally being far more defensive than he's able to handle.
I love how Tao is still glowing, and it basically, in the dark, from a distance, looks like this Baroth was just getting heckled by a ghost.
A little bit. Tao does look a lot like a ghost.
She's just a cluster of spirit shrouds, just going and jumping up and hitting him on his snoot.
I mean, is it any weirder to say she's a cluster of spirit clouds than she's a cat in a wedding dress? Like,
Yeah, no, it's all absurd. Cut that tail. Oh, there he is. He saw you. This guy, when he tries to shake mud at you but has no mud, I find it just the funniest thing. It's
He
like
looks
he's
really
just
goofy.
he's just doing a dance
do
at this
a-
point.
No, I can't.
He's just dancing. Oh, he did have some mud for
A
you.
little bit. Let's do the big one. Here we go. Yeah, right in the brain.
Well, his map symbol is like, oh no, it's not flashing red anymore. It was for a bit.
That was rage. It's
Oh.
not flashing red that you want to look for. It's the skull icon.
Yeah, but I thought it was stages. It was like
Nah.
yellow, then red, then skull.
No,
well,
no,
there's
no.
the limp.
Oh, maybe he is.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Fair
he
enough.
limping.
All right.
He's not
I guess I'll go let
sculling,
him
though.
sleep. I might not have the research points enough to get him to do that.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I've never caught a Baroth. Maybe I've just killed all of them because I find them to be worthless outside of this.
Or you ignore them because they can't do shit to you.
Well, I ignore them until they start messing with me, and then I have to retaliate and get really pissed off at them. Which happens more often than you'd think. I don't know why they keep
Yes.
trying to fight me. Bunch of idiot Baroth, I swear to God.
Yeah, no, I
Remember we had that issue when I was
fighting.
fighting Devil Joe, where a single Baroth kept showing up and then trying to fight me?
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing? I'm hunting a bigger monster. And then the Deviljho would turn on him and he'd be like, oh no, what's happening here?
Yeah. I remember fighting a bunch of these guys because you need to get the Baroth switch axe before you can get, I think it's the Anjanath switch axe.
Is this the only place to put down stuff? I forget.
Well, I mean, you'd know if the pitfall trap was axed out.
Yeah, I know. I'm just asking,
I
like,
think
in general.
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is annoying, but whatever.
It is. It's pretty annoying. You know what? It might be better if I put it on this and then hit him from a distance to wake him up. Hey, guy.
It's targeting under the... Oh, no.
Yeah, it's fine.
weren't.
You can hit it.
It was targeting the parts of him that were under the water, though, so I wasn't sure if it would get it right.
Yeah, I got it okay. Come on. Quit doing that.
He's
Just
just
come and get
shaking
me.
himself.
Come and get me. You jerk. What are
Well,
you doing?
he just emerged.
No, stop. Fucking come and get me.
He just got out of the water. He's got to shake himself dry.
Fucking Tao, get over here. Stop it. Fucking fight, you idiot.
He can't break the trap.
Walk over here. No, he can't.
Because I think a
Fucking
Diablos
hell.
broke a pitfall trap on me once.
Pitfall traps are things that can be broken by monsters that dig, but Baroth does not dig.
Okay, so it's just digging.
Yeah, there are also certain resistances that specific monsters can sometimes have to kinds of traps.
Yeah,
So
lightning
monsters that might
and
be
shock
lightning
traps.
oriented can't be hit by shock traps. I believe Gypsyros was one of the ones that also couldn't be hurt by a shock trap. Like, if you put it down, he walked over it and never triggered it because he was made of, well, all of his skin was, like, super rubbery, I think. Wow, that's a lot of rewards. Oh, it's because I killed the Geratodus, too.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing an Aquasac in there at all.
Ah, well.
That's unfortunate.
Whatever.
It's not like it
Next time.
really matters at all. It's just like, eh.
Yeah. That was your largest of both of those.
Yeah, it's still not even Gold Crown.
Yeah, ah, well.
Yeah.
So now what? You do now have more botanical options. You can go over there.
Yeah, I guess. It's more botanical options, but it's not really in the way that I was hoping, because now I still only get the one cultivation.
Oh, hey, that guy wants to
Yeah, I noticed he had a thing, so I'm gonna go get this guy real quick.
Yeah, he might just have another capture quest.
Oh, Hunter, I must thank you for capturing the Baroth. This is a little thank you from the Go-Getters. I insist you have it. Is it like...
It's points.
It's just points.
It's
Thanks,
enough points
guy.
to go send the Tail Raiders
Splendid,
out.
the Fifth Fleet, just who I was looking for. At present, we Go-Getters are studying the Paulumu's behavior. The three scholars are prepared to cross the Great Ravine and explore the Coral Highlands, if that's what it takes. Quest is called White Monster in a Fur Coat.
In a white coat.
Yeah, well, can't win them all. Alright, let's see here. Oh, hey, bunch of bounties. Oh, hey.
Oripoke.
Oripoke,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you for bringing us our pizza bell.
Yes.
I forgot
you rang
that was
the
a
pizza
thing.
bell. Well, if you think that's weird, you should see what happens when people donate. Like, I don't think we've shown it off, but it's a very strange voice clip.
Oh, you're just sort of throwing that out
No,
there.
no,
to
I'm
see
not
if
trying to
someone
bait
does.
people. I'm not trying to bait people. I'm just saying, eventually it's going to happen. It happened the first time we streamed. Somebody actually did. But I didn't have it set up at the time, and I'm super duper, like, sad that I still haven't heard it yet.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It'll happen eventually.
And even if it doesn't, it's still really good that we've got viewers and
Yes.
followers.
Yeah, I'm super happy about that either way. Thank you for following. I really do appreciate it when people follow. I think we both do.
Yeah. A question about the ice-proof mantle? What about the ice-proof mantle?
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, I don't know. Just ice-proof mantle?
Is the donate Neptune related? No, but it should have been. I don't know. It's not Neptune, but it could have been, and maybe that would have been good.
As far as I know, you just picked something really weird.
Yeah, no, I picked something strange. Honestly, I think when I showed it to Megan, she said there are about 1,000 other quotes you could have used in place of that. Why did you use that one? And I went, I don't know. And I just let it sit. Like,
Yeah.
I should have gone out and grabbed about 100 other voice clips from the same series and just picked different ones to go into different slots.
Can you
I
have
don't know
more
why
than
they're
one?
like
Like, you can have it cycle through some at random?
that. No, but you can put it in for different kinds of donations and stuff if
okay.
you want to. With the donation one, anyway. I don't think you can randomize them. If you can, then that would be super cool, because then I could just put about 1,000 voice clips in there and go, do all of them! And it'll work eventually. Let's see. Why am I even in here?
Set it up so that if
pointless
someone
place.
donates, it interrupts our stream entirely to play a different stream.
You can do that.
Can you?
Sort of. Okay, it's got to be like it usually needs to be a relatively small clip, but you can, I think, put entire videos in there if you really want to. It's not suggested, but I think you can.
Yeah, no, you donate, and then it just switches to us talking about a stolen bag of oranges.
I've seen tons of people do this thing where they go in and they put what basically amounts to like a full minute worth of video up in the top left hand corner anytime anybody like follows them or subscribes or donates or anything like that, because they assume it's not going to happen very often. And then if they get sub bombed, like if somebody comes in and it's like 100 people, just all of them dedicated to subbing, they have to sit through it for the rest of the night.
So it's great if you have it set up to, like, play a terrible meme or something.
Yeah, which is what a lot of them are. So
I don't know if the arena
becomes hilarious.
counts. The
I don't
arena
think it
quests
does.
are completion.
Well, if you want to be complete, apparently you do have to do it. But
then if you catch a thing,
really
then
care
it
that
adds it back
much.
to it, I think.
yeah, I think the difference is blue complete versus red complete. I think.
No, I think that's high rank.
Maybe. Oh, maybe. I don't know. It's not counted as completed because I haven't done these two though.
Yeah,
So
but they're not going to
At the
get you
very
any of the
least,
things
like-
we're looking for.
no, not really.
Mm-hmm.
Getting
think-
yoked in the forest.
Royal Relocation does, though?
Jeez, where would you need to go for
Mm-hmm.
this? I'm thinking about it. It would be a trek. I don't know if I want to do that. Royal relocation for this.
Yeah, it's for the botanist.
So this is just killing a wraith. Oh, this is easy.
Yeah.
Oh man,
do
this
it.
is super easy. I'm gonna murder this Rathian.
You're going to want Southwest Camp is my suggestion.
Uh,
Because it shows up most on that side of the map.
I think I'm gonna go for Central Camp.
Sure. Puts you in the middle of everything. You have equal distance from all that stuff.
Yeah, typically I would go for one of the other ones, but I'll go with this one instead.
It's being pointed out by Oripoke that completed flags are silver when you use an SOS flare to finish.
Really?
I don't know if that's ever come up for me.
I've never used an SOS flare.
I think I used one like 2 or 3 times. I go in and answer SOSs a lot,
Huh.
but I don't
I didn't know that
usually
it
launch
completed
them.
it that way though. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
wondering if
complete
that's supposed
with
to
help.
that's supposed to make it feel like you didn't finish or something. Like they're
Or
trying to
like-
tell you to do it
Yeah,
properly.
like you got through the story, but now you should solo it.
Right? Like that's what
Yeah.
it kind of feels like. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
weird.
sure I have to go in on both my files to double check what I've like gotten too much help on.
I mean, it still technically counts as just being complete, I
Yeah.
have to assume.
I just
Like,
needed Wiggler heads on both my male and female accounts. That's all I needed. I needed to get up to high rank in order to do it.
You know what mistake I was making about this camp, by the way?
What?
I thought that I was going to the ancient forest.
Oh.
That
why
was
did
the
you-
mistake I made. I don't know why I thought that.
Oh, you can just see the Rathian from here. Did you see that?
No, is she up in there?
No, she's down there.
Down down
Okay,
here?
jump down there and then go to the edge.
I don't
Yeah,
see
just
her
jump.
anymore.
No, just jump down there like I told you.
All right, I don't see her anymore though.
Turn to you.
Oh, yeah,
no,
there
that's
she is.
Diablos.
Oh no, yeah.
Excuse me, that's
Well,
Diablos down
excuse
there.
you telling me to do shit, not even right. Jeez.
I saw someone down there and I was like, oh shit, we can just
not
see.
all wyverns look the same, Megan. You
They do
fucking
when I can
racist.
just see their wing out of the corner of my eye
Uh,
because you couldn't get the camera in the right place the
Oh,
first
well,
time.
excuse me. It's my fault now.
Yes, it is. You're the one with the
Is this the
controller.
right way? It is.
Yeah,
it keeps
yeah,
telling
this is
me
where
it wants me to
his
go
nest
this
is.
way, so...
It usually hangs out in the forest area, but this is where its nest is.
I
so
expect
it's
it
not
to
that
be
weird.
in its nest. I don't expect it to be here.
It's also possible your scout flies are just following.
Oh, yeah, they're totally just going after the footprints instead.
Yeah.
What a bunch of idiots. I hate these scout flies sometimes.
Oh, they're doing their best. You just need
I
to
know,
fight
I
more
know they
Radians.
are. It's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
I have so much Radiant parts already, though. Like,
Well, you don't
my research on Radiance is pretty good. I think it's really high.
Yeah, well, you still didn't do this mission. Maybe it counts it differently if you kill things.
Maybe.
There's Baroth again.
I hate you, Baroth.
I like him, but he needs to go away.
Not a big fan of him.
Grown-ups are talking. He needs to go to the other room.
Yeah, there's a Diablos downstairs. Go hang out with him.
Oof. What I've been doing now that I have my
this way.
Wiggler head is, I've been going back into low rank missions, because on neither of my accounts have I gotten very far into high
You know
rank.
what I'm gonna do real quick?
But I can... Is Tao going to talk to a Kestodon? You might get a
Maybe.
Kestodon friend. But I was going into low rank missions and helping other people on their SOSs.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've been going in dressed as... Right now it's full Diablos, except that I have the Wiggler hat. And
Okay.
I've got it set so the Wiggler hat's colors are set to kind of match the Diablos armor. Wow.
Wow, what a dick.
Yeah, what is his problem
Do you guys want to
today?
die? Like, is that what you're doing here? I'll kill you. I have no qualms against it. Like, for real.
Yeah, Josh is a murderer.
Yeah, I super am to your kind.
Oh, well, Tao befriended that one.
Well, yeah, it's
The
because
one
he's
that ruined your
terrified.
ghillie
He was
suit.
fucking terrified of me. He didn't want to fight me anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been going in as full armor of the thing I'm helping people fight, but with a Wiggler head. And just going in and fighting stuff. And the Wiggler's skill means that, like, if you potion and there's people near enough to you, they get some health, too. So I've just
Yeah.
been going in and helping low-rank people with their Diabloses and just healing them and stuff. And it's just like, looking completely absurd and being very proud of
Yeah.
myself for it.
I think you deserve to be proud of yourself for that.
What, for being Wiggler Hat all the time?
Yes.
I'm proud of myself for being Wiggler Hat.
Yes.
To be
should be.
the helpful Wiggler.
Ow.
Just going in and wiggling on up into people's
Fancy
SOS
mushroom.
flares.
Best get out of my way, Kestodon.
Well, you can't hurt it now. It's on your side.
Yeah, but he can still take up space. Which is a giant pain in the ass, by the way. Have I mentioned that?
Yeah, it is. And he's like the biggest possible thing. Like, bigger than any other thing you can get on your side. Except, I guess, the Gastodons and the Elder's Recess are the same size as that?
I mean, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but he's very much in the damn way.
There we go. I'm gonna keep her in that poison as long as possible. Oh,
Yeah, those are so handy.
they
Even-
are. They poison you an awful lot, but like at the not you personally. I mean, like, as a player. Like,
Yeah,
as a
I know
hunter.
what you meant.
Okay.
Not taking
Yeah,
it
yeah,
personally.
yeah. I
but-
wanted to just tell you. I didn't mean that personally.
Yeah, it's not like I personally am susceptible to poison. I am human just like you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Human beings tend to be rather susceptible to poison, I suppose.
But not all poisons. You know caffeine is
No.
poisonous to like bugs?
Well, a lot of things we eat are poisonous to other people. I mean, not people. Sorry,
Well, that's
animals,
true, too.
Other animals.
Chocolate?
Chocolate is one of them. Yes.
I think grapes are supposed to be kind of bad for dogs.
On a technical basis, I mean, you're never going to find an animal on our planet that can't drink water, but water is one of those things where it's like, why the fuck do we drink this? Like, our planet is absolutely full of it, so it's the fluid of life for us. But at the same time, water is technically an adhesive. Like, on a technical
You mean a
standpoint.
corrosive?
No, it's an adhesive. Or, no, maybe I do mean. No, I think I mean an adhesive. I'm not 100% sure.
It sticks things to things?
Yeah,
'Cause
it can.
It's also a corrosive.
Oxygen is corrosive, and that's the shit that we breathe, so... I mean, human beings are terrifying, like, toxic monsters when you think about it.
We are.
Oh, well, I got hit.
We're also naked and have all of these weird fingers. But they're really
Yeah.
small and we walk on.
Yeah, that's true.
Feet are weird. You ever looked at a foot?
Yeah, I have. you
They're
know, a
so
few
weird.
of them, to be honest.
I'm sure if we, like, ever come in contact with aliens, they're gonna look at a human foot and be like, you should get that checked out, sir.
Something's going on down there. I don't think it's right. I don't have any reason to say that, but I feel like it isn't
Yeah,
correct.
the human foot, quite frankly, looks like a mistake.
Oof. That hit her pretty hard. I don't know if you saw that. I just
Yeah,
did
it
like
was.
250 damage.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Like, there are some very pretty feet in the world. Like, some humans have nice feet by human standards. By human standards, you
gross
can
thing to
have a
say.
pretty foot. But in comparison to all of the other feet of the animal kingdom, except maybe, like, bears' feet, they're kind of like ours. Like, human feet just kind of look like something
Oh,
happened.
come on, lady. Come back here.
Human feet look atrophied.
A
If
little
you're
bit.
comparing them to, like, a chimp's foot or whatever.
Oh, there's my stones. I was like, where the hell did my stones go? I know there's a few over here. There we
Is
go.
the scatter not that important?
Yes, it's a pretty good distractionary tool.
Oh man, Oripoke, if we had toe beans, I don't know how much we'd actually be getting done in the day because we'd be too busy poking our own toe beans and other people's toe beans.
Probably, I don't know.
I mean, that's already kind of a problem. If have you ever seen babies' feet? They're so cute, you just want to
Yeah.
pinch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do a ton of babysitting, by the way. I don't think we've ever been open about that, but like I used to
Yeah.
be a nanny.
Sorta.
Baby feet are cute.
Yeah, like it's just like you want to just poke their feet. It's like, oh, look at you, your feet aren't weird yet because you're barely out of the womb. They're fresh feet. Not in a creepy way, just like this is a cute baby way. But if we had toe beans, it would be like everyone would have cute feet. Or just weird
There she
feet
is.
because we don't have fur.
Can I just skip this? Oh, you can. You can hit start to skip it. I had never checked in this. I know
Oh,
you
at
could
the
do it in
cutscene
other
thing?
games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I
guess.
kept thinking about it, and I'm like, I know you can skip it in other Monster Hunters. Can you skip it in this one? And I never bothered checking. Totally can.
Yeah.
That was super easy.
You
Like,
still
granted,
got
she's
40
low
seconds.
rank, but like, yeah. Well, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with 40 seconds. Maybe
I
just
don't
run
know.
around and collect garbage.
Yeah.
None of this is even stuff I really need.
Yeah, aren't nitro shrooms just for like gunpowder or something?
Yeah, I think so. Some
Yeah.
needleberries. I'll go after that mining point that has nothing in it I want.
Well, you can take some of that stuff to the melder.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, light crystal. That might
Yeah.
be useful. I'd like to just be able to skip through the timer, to be honest. But you can't do
Yeah.
that for... Because these hunts are intended to have potentially multiple people in them, you are not able to skip the timer phase, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I haven't
For that
figured out a
exact
way
reason.
to.
Well,
I just
for
use
that
it as a
exact reason,
challenge.
I don't think you can.
I
think
just
you
see
can.
how far I can run or how many things I can gather.
Eh,
How many extra Jagras I can kill.
it's kind of a challenge when you consider that in
that was
some
your
of the
small
games...
Australian.
Yeah. In some of the games, you're required to carve like 6 different carve points on a monster in that allotted time. Trust me, it's not nearly enough time. In 4U, you didn't even have the option of doing that thing where you could just hold the button down and then carve continuously. I think that was introduced in Generations, but it's not in 4, specifically like 4U. And as a result of not being in there, the closest you have to speeding it up is you used to be able to crouch carve, which was where you'd hit the roll button without moving, which would cause you to crouch. And then if you carved in that stance, you carved at double speed. And it was like this weird thing that everybody would, at the end of a hunt of like an Elder Dragon with a ton of carves, you'd see them all start squatting down and carving super fast in a circle. And
You
it was
didn't see, but
great
Josh did like a weird little gesture.
for carving, yeah.
Yeah. But it wasn't carving the way they carve in Monster Hunter. It was like you were just trying to churn butter there.
Oh, no, God.
You were just wiggling a little because you don't want to
Yeah,
like knock the
whatever,
microphone
whatever,
over. I'm just
kinda.
telling them it was kind of funny.
I don't know. Still, though.
Just gonna go out and do another botanist thing,
Or...
or
I don't know.
I mean,
We'll
we
see.
were talking about like Lavasioths and stuff.
We have a bunch of investigations I could do for money.
Yeah, if you wanted to go out and slay Vespoids for 3 hours.
But... Yeah, right? Maybe I should just do some more of the optionals. I don't know. Some of these, I'm worried that they're going to get boring over time, though.
Well, you
because
can
a lot
do
of
some
these
of the
are, like,
higher up
kind of worthless, to be honest. What is this? Capture a Paolumu? Oh yeah, that's the one that you
Yeah.
asked me to do.
Yeah, that's just for research points.
Yeah, I guess that's probably pretty useless.
It's a bunch of arenas.
I want to know, like, do you know what ones it is to get the boost on the botanist stuff?
It'll say down the client.
Where's the client on this again?
Right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So, the arena last is also one you want to look for. Chief Botanist. There's a spot I'm certain hides the secret to new ancient tree growth, but it's infested with Hornitars. Just kill Hornitars.
The botanical research slot. Yeah, okay. Sure. How many?
14 Hornitars.
I'll kill 2.
And then what?
And then the rest.
And then you pass the controller over to me, and I'm just
No.
sit there like, I'm not using your fucking greatsword. I'm quitting this quest and coming back.
No. Kill all of the 2 Hornitars. All of them. It's 2 and then 2 and then 2, but it's 2 7 times. That's how it works.
Okay, I mean,
math.
I guess that's how your brain works.
Actually, I'm way more likely in my brain to separate numbers into half of whatever the number is, and then multiply
Kill
it
2
by 2
sets
for
of
some
7?
strange reason. Yeah. Like, I'm all about kill 2 sets of 7.
I don't think I really separate them until I start seeing actual fractions.
Well, if I see anything that involves that number that is more complex than not at all, then I start breaking it down into sub-numbers.
You still
for
need
some
to catch
weird
those
reason. I don't know.
Scavantulas for that bounty.
I don't remember. I might still need some. I'll check that little ledge.
Yeah.
Usually has some on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was short a few of them the last time I checked, but not a lot.
What? I guess that works. Yeah, you just completed the bounty.
Yep.
There's no more. They ran.
Yeah, alright. Well, I got what I needed.
Time to go.
Without looking. That was a cool trick shot.
I got those bugs you wanted when we wanted Hornitars. Oh, shit.
Yeah, right. Alright, let's see. I'll check this thing too. Is this the only fossil in the area, or is this the only one that I've consistently found?
There's some deeper down. They kind of match the rest of the area well enough that it's hard to spot them.
Yeah, right. Like, that's the only one that I know is there, and the only reason I know it's there is because I accidentally noticed it, and now I can't not notice it.
Yeah.
Every time I'm here.
Yeah, no, I know there's at least one down in, like, the Gyros pits. But it's hard to see anything down there.
Yeah, because everything's full of gas.
Yep. So, the fossils being basically a rock that's the same general tone as the rest of the rocks, it's like, you're not gonna see much.
Yeah, I
Is
kicked
this
that one
rock
to death.
that we're standing on? Or is
That's
this...
bone.
Like, no, all of this.
Oh,
How much of this is just bone and other stuff that's just been compacted down?
I'm gonna guess most of it.
How much of this is
Oh,
actual,
the baby
like...
Harmator. You see
like-
that?
Yeah, kinda. There's size variants, but they're not extreme.
Yeah, not usually.
But yeah, like, how much of this solid matter that you can stand on actually at some point was lava?
Well, a lot of this is sinew.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But, like, in general, like, some of this could have been just the decomposed lumps of other things and just sort of
I think
looks
the majority
rock-like.
of it is. It feels more to me like it's probably a lot. Like, a lot more than we'd think.
Yeah, like some of this is clearly old coral, and coral is, in a way, still kind of like bone.
It's
not rock.
biological matter.
Yeah.
I guess would be a nice way to put it. It's not stone. It's assembled sediment, but there are animals in it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like bone flesh a little bit.
I just realized even if
That
some
makes
of this
sense.
was actual rock that you could be standing on, it could just be out of Azor Magdaros, so it's still corpse.
Yeah,
All of its corpse. Just all the way
Yep.
down.
corpses all the way down.
Yeah, that's actually kind of... When you realize the scope of it, it's immense.
Yeah, I mean, the original version of this place supposedly was Azor Magdaros that just died here. So you have to assume a lot of the base lava is probably just from the original one.
And it's not like lava, it's like some kind of bio-lava. Some kind of blood lava.
It could be normal lava. It's very unclear, honestly.
Lava with, like, like, biological cells in it somehow.
Maybe, but not necessarily. Oh,
Those look like you should be able to make them fall.
can you not?
Guess not.
Huh. It
They're
was a waste
just
of my scatter
weird.
shot, but I don't really care that much at all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here goes the wedge beetle jump. Woo.
For no reason, really.
For no reason.
I guess it's so you can mount a monster if it's running through here,
Yeah,
but that
yeah,
seems
that's
unlikely.
that's exactly why they're around here.
Yeah.
Usually I go from one wedge beetle to another in this area. I forgot where the other one was though.
Oh. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't know.
Why are you telling me about this?
Because it's a thing.
My
Everything
bugs are
has
like,
to
ooh,
glow.
look, there's another bug.
Yeah, they gotta go talk to it.
Oh boy, and then I pick it up and they're like, oh no, he's dead now. Gonna get mixed into a drink. Like,
Which is incredibly gross.
what, bug drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Speaking of, you get monster fluid and monster broth off of the Vespoids, so it's
Yeah,
just
you
extra
do.
gross.
Oop. But do you not like monster broth?
No, not...
Monster noodle soup?
Maybe if it came off of, like, a cow monster, not a bug monster.
Well, too bad, because that's what monster noodle soup is made out of. It's just bugs. It's nothing but bugs, in fact. There's no noodles in it.
Ugh. Okay, so, like, I used to live in a place with many, 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 many bugs, and
Yeah.
in a house that had a bit of a problem with said bugs. So
Yeah.
there used to be times when I would be given, like, dinner and, like, look through it and have to argue with a parent, like, this is not a little bit of oregano, this is clearly a cockroach leg. You laugh, but that was my childhood sometimes.
Ugh.
So, like, just monster broth, I'm like, no, do not make me deal with that.
Alright, I won't.
I also used
Although we did
to
find
live in
some
a
monster
house,
fluid.
a house with a tick problem.
Oh, gross. That's
Yeah, I never
extra
got
bad.
bit, but we had a dog. Poor dog.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, that's extra bad, because that... I don't know about all ticks, but I know that
They're
ticks in
not good.
California, they carry Lyme disease, so you have to be, like, stupid careful. For a long time, for, like, 8 months, my dad's doctors thought he had Lyme disease because he got bit by a tick.
Yeah, weren't they thinking they'd have to, like, remove, like,
part of his
part of his
chest,
skin?
I think. I don't even remember.
Yeah, just to get the
Yeah,
tick
and
out?
No. It's the tick was long gone, dude. That's
Okay.
not the problem with Lyme disease. The problem with Lyme disease is that it's an actual disease that just circulates through the body, and then you're just stuck with it. And in most cases, it kills people. My dad did not have Lyme disease, it turned out.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, it
'Cause,
turned
ugh.
out it was fine. After like 8 months, they were like, oh, you know what? You just have kind of an infection. And he's like, oh, thanks.
Well, at least they were careful.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's at least good of them, you're right. But still. I think he was more angry about it than anything. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got the other thing. I didn't even check it.
Yeah, I also used to live in a different house with a rat problem. And I swear to God, it's not that my family was particularly dirty, it's that there were a bunch of really lazy landlords.
We got a second tree slot. It's the same tree. Bigger
Yeah,
tree.
it's bigger.
Bigger tree, but a second slot now.
Yeah.
I find it strange that they're not actually adding... It looks like they're just cutting a barrel in half and just hanging it from the tree.
Yeah. It's the planters. The
Oh,
barrel
thank you. You're simply the best. Thanks to you, my ancient tree has gotten even larger. What? You'd like to know what I've been doing with what you... Well, you chased off the Hornitaurs? And you don't understand what they have to do with the ancient tree and why it wasn't growing before? I suppose I could tell you. There's a specific reason the ancient tree is growing again. You remember how I went out in the forest after the fifth arrived to work on specialized equipment? Well, when I was out there, I found a piece of Zora Magdaros carapace at the place where it made landfall. As you know, it made its way to the far side of the Great Ravine. Why? What's there? Exactly. Now that the ancient tree is increased in size, I can handle multiple... That doesn't answer anything, you
I
dick!
think he means that he was going into the Vale after you got rid of the Hornitaurs to look for little chunks of Zora Magdaros polyp. as
Oh yeah,
fertilizer.
somebody said that it sounds terrifying to find a chunk of cockroach.
Yeah.
Cockroach.
The one thing worse.
Choco-roach.
The one thing worse is having it happen and people not believing you when
I
you
hope
put it
your
right in their face.
Current place doesn't have a problem with that. Our current place has a problem with nothing. We're in a
Well,
completely different state. So like
there
we
were
had an
ants
issue
for a
with
bit.
ants for like a month, but it's only because it got super hot outside. And they tried to do last year and every couple of years they try to do this weird like thing where they right outside our apartment, like literally right next to our apartment, like we can look at the people out the window and they can stare back at us. They try to do a little bit of like gardening out there by like tilling all the soil and planting trees and all this other shit. And I've noticed it's just attracting bugs and doing nothing. And I keep telling them just to pave it. And they keep going, oh, but that doesn't look nice though. And I'm like, yeah, but we're not the only apartment that's getting bugs because of it.
Also,
Like-
one of the apartment buildings here is by virtue of there being a bunch of garden and not pavement is not wheelchair accessible.
Yeah, that's another big
Which
problem.
I think has been pointed out to them might be a
I've
violation.
pointed it out 4 or 5 times that I'm pretty sure that's a violation.
And
they're
it,
like,
it was pointed out to us by someone who did occasionally need a wheelchair. Not all
yeah,
the time,
which was
but
really,
enough.
really intense, actually. But yeah, so that's just what wound up happening with that. By the way, I
Did you
literally
take your harvest box?
no, I literally bought a can of Raid and sprayed, and they have not shown up in like a week and a half. So
Yeah.
all the ants are dead.
That we know
Talons
of.
of ice and fire. I'm gonna make the ancient tree larger than I simply must get where I'm trying to go. It's truly unfortunate for everyone if I was to become some monster's dinner out there, so don't let us down. He just wants me to hike these
Ooh.
guys.
Ire and ice. Interesting.
Ire and ice. I thought it said fire. but
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah,
Ire.
no, they played on
There we
that pretty
go.
nice.
Sure.
Because it's a
collect the
Legiana and an
harvest.
Odogaron. Legiana are
one.
ice, but Odogaron are just mad.
Angry and ice.
Technically, we have spiders. I don't think of them as a problem, but Josh
We
does.
also don't have a lot of them. It's just
Yeah.
once in a great while a spider gets in the house. I don't
Yeah,
think
and
that's
Josh makes a
really
deal
a
with it.
rare issue.
Did we ever tell the story of when there was a spider in the car?
I'm pretty sure we told that story in a video. I don't remember which one. Oh god, I forgot I put this thing out. I think we told that story, but I'm not sure which one. I got into a small-scale car accident, and the guy that I wound up getting into the accident with gave me a hug and said it's okay.
Yeah, because both trucks involved were too large to be damaged by a
Yeah,
bump that
even
happened
by
like
each
that.
other.
It's like they were both parked in traffic, more or less, and then because I wanted to tell them, "Don't freak out."
Yeah,
There's
we have
a
told this
bug.
story. I remember because you got really angry when I said you pulled me away from the wheel, and you're like, "No, I didn't."
I
It's
tried
like,
to pull his head away from where the spider
Yeah, you
was because
did.
it was right near his head, and I didn't want him to freak the fuck out. And then me trying to do that surprised him, and his foot came off of the pedal, so he slowly lurched forward and bonked the guy in front of him. Was a massive truck. Neither of them got damaged at all.
It was a very large black jumping spider. I
It
thought it was a
was
black widow.
beautiful.
At first, I couldn't tell what the hell it was, and I thought Megan was reacting in such a way that it clearly was something she recognized as dangerous. And then I thought about it and was like, was it a tarantula? And then I kind of ran it through my brain, and I'm like, no, it was a jumping
It
spider.
was clearly a jumping spider.
It was,
I
it
understand
was like an
not
inch and a
knowing.
half long, though. It was
When
a
it was
big-ass
next to your
spider.
head, yeah, that was big. I've never seen one like that. It was cute, but I know that you would not want that anywhere near you.
Probably not.
I just kind of wanted to let you know in a way where you didn't, like, cause a car crash, and I failed.
Still kind of caused it. Thanks, though. You got it.
It could have been worse, though.
You
It
know
could have
what?
gotten on your head.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I'm not going to do it now, but I was thinking about it, and it occurred to me that I've never told the Eddie Murphy story in any of our
Oh,
videos
yeah!
either.
I thought we should put that in a dedicated video.
Yeah. We might just put that in a dedicated video. For people who don't know, though, just like a long and short of it, I have a personal problem with Eddie Murphy. like as not even kidding. It's an actual person. Like you can attest to this. It's a real personal problem, right? Like you've heard about this. You know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like a personal, I don't like this person. It's, I have interacted with this person and am angry with him.
It's not anywhere near as bad as he's making it out to be.
Yeah,
though.
and even I have to admit it's not that. Okay, the Michael Jordan one is way worse, though. Because he
Why does this
fucking
happen? I don't
screamed
know.
at me like 3 times. And I got really, really upset. I was a kid, and he just kept yelling and getting really pissed at me. And I was like, dude, I'm a kid. Leave me alone.
Just tell the story if you're gonna tell the story.
You know, I'll tell like the short version of it. Basically, my parents were invited to a party that Eddie Murphy was throwing because my dad was,
Your stepdad.
well, yeah, my stepdad,
Not the one with Lyme disease.
not the one
That's
with
all I'm
Lyme
saying.
disease. My stepdad was a construction worker who did work on part of Eddie Murphy's home. One of the ones in California, anyway. And he invited a bunch of people in, and he was like, hey, everybody just, you know, show up and be fun and whatever. It's going to be a fun little party and you know, enjoy it. So people showed up, and one of his... Oh, crap, I took out my potions. One of his rules was that kids had to be over the age of 10 in order to show up at this party, which makes sense because it's an Eddie Murphy party.
Yeah, there was a really good chance that
Yeah, Eddie Murphy in the mid to late 90s.
Like, even if it wasn't a drugs and hookers party, you know there would be drinks served, and that maybe they didn't want a bunch of small kids running around when the adults were getting drunk.
Yeah, potentially.
That makes perfect sense.
Also, I mean, it was mid-90s, so it was during that time where Eddie Murphy was doing a lot of kids' movies and stuff like that. And basically, I was 9 years and 8 months old.
And you were just so
and
fucking mad.
I really liked Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was that guy that I knew from TV who was funny and all this other stuff. And I was like, can you please talk to them and see if I can go? I really want to meet Eddie Murphy. And my mom was like, I can try. Like, I'll do my best. We'll see how it works, you know, and stuff like that. And it turned into my mom basically calling, like, his people and asking, hey, can my son come? Like, he's 4 months off from being 10. It's not that big a deal. And we got, like, a personalized call back where it's Eddie Murphy going, no, you can't come.
Was it, like, literally personally him, not an assistant?
It was an assistant who was like, I literally talked to Eddie Murphy earlier today. I asked him about the situation, and he told me no. Flat out no. And I got really pissed off and was really sad about it. And it's like, I understand it as an adult looking back. I'm like, I kind of understand it.
But do you still feel this primal
I still
hurt
am
when
really
you see Eddie
angry
Murphy?
at him for it. Yeah, I still don't like it.
You were personally offended by the donkey from Shrek.
Kind of. And then it turned into this situation where it's like he met my mom and my stepdad, and they came back and they were talking about how much they enjoyed it. And I was like, okay, you fucking assholes. And they're like, and he gave my stepdad a gift. And the gift was golf tickets, because apparently he was just giving gifts to people for whatever reason, because they built his house, I guess. So he gives my stepdad golf tickets to a celebrity golf game. And my stepdad's like, oh shit, I love golf. This is great. And my mom's like, I have work. And Josh is really pissed off. Can you take Josh to the golf game? And my stepdad knows that I didn't hate golf. I actually liked golf at that point. And I was like,
At that point,
yeah,
do you hate
well,
it
I don't
now?
like it so much now, but I was kind of like, can I go? And my stepdad's like, yeah, I'll take Josh with me. So we went and we made a big day out of it, and it was super fun. And we get out on the green, and I'm like, I don't recognize half these celebrities. I recognize a handful of them. The one that I really recognized was Michael Jordan. And this was during Michael Jordan's heyday, where it's like super duper Michael
Was this
Jordan is...
pre-Space Jam?
This was post-Space
Okay.
Jam. But it's during that time where people are still thinking of Michael Jordan as being, like, the greatest ever, basically. And I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, oh my god, I get to meet Michael Jordan. I didn't get to meet that dick Eddie Murphy, but I can meet Michael Jordan. This is great. And I meet him once, and he yells at me. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because apparently he didn't expect to find children at this golf game, so he was really pissed off about finding children at this golf game, I guess. I found out from people later on, by the way, that this is a common occurrence. Apparently, Michael Jordan was just a gigantic dick to kids. So I feel validated in finding out about that. But throughout the rest of the day, we had consistent issues where, like, every so often, I would be in the same room as Michael Jordan, and he'd get really, really angry about it. And there was, like, a few occasions in which he actually stared me down and would yell at me until somebody, like, walked me away. And the one person who noticed this and got really upset and felt really bad about it was Craig T. Nelson.
Who I still don't know for sure who that is.
So Craig T. Nelson at one point during the day walked over and put his hand on my back and he's like, "Hey buddy, it's okay, don't worry about it." And I just hung out with Craig T. Nelson for part of the day and I was just like, okay. To this day, I think Craig T. Nelson's probably a cool dude. Like...
Has Craig T. Nelson ever been in anything with Eddie Murphy?
No.
Okay.
The only thing I knew Craig T. Nelson from was Coach, which was a show that was, like, way older than I should have been watching at the time, and I think didn't even get good reviews at the time it came out.
Huh. Okay.
So I have a personal dislike for Eddie Murphy because he basically facilitated me running into Michael Jordan, who was an ass, and also didn't invite me to a party. And I have a personal dislike of Michael Jordan, who's just kind of an ass. Or at least he was at the time. I mean, maybe he's gotten better. I've heard he's gotten a little bit better, but I would have to see it.
If this was post-Space Jam, he may have just been angry about having been in Space Jam.
Like, Space Jam was a good movie. Nobody deserves to be angry about being in Space Jam.
It was not really regarded as a good movie, first of all. Second, would probably get him very, very large amounts of attention from children, and he would have been sick of it.
That could be it. Okay, why is it telling me to go back and forth on this? It's just, it keeps saying go here, go there.
No, okay, so you're really close to the area with all the pink shit, so...
I need to go to Otogaron, so I'm just going to go to Otogaron and call it good.
You'd think that you could just go down into the Shamos houses.
You'd think so, but I guess maybe he's not there right now? Like... It's pointing me in a direction, so I'm going to assume I need to go this direction.
Yeah, there's a footprint. That's what they wanted you to see.
I hit the wrong button. I rolled over the footprint instead of picking it up.
By the way,
Oh, is he here?
I have discovered that there is a second kind of coral bird. If you see these little clusters of birds and see one that's purple, that one's the rare one. I didn't see any.
Well, there's a second variation of, I think, everything in this game.
I'm not sure if everything, because I haven't seen
Like,
them, but I have seen the
I have heard that
corals.
even the extremely rare pets have a second version, but I think it depends on the pet. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know.
Oh, hey. What up, our man? What up, man dog?
He was once a man.
How you doing, Clifford?
He was once a man, and then he was a dog, and then he was this.
A man dog.
What was it that I said the last time? He was a dog, and then his master angered the king, and now they've been condemned to the darkness.
Yeah, something like that. Somebody got what I was going for the last time we fought in Otogaron, and I would like to be very thankful to whoever the hell it was. I think it was Fatmees, where it was like, I said that if they do another Otogaron, like if they do a subtype, he needs to be blue. And you were like, no, that would look dumb. And it was either Fatmees or James Mason. One of the two said, he's an Oni. Blue is the logical conclusion. And I'm like, thank you for getting it, whoever that was. Because, yes, that's what I was trying to say.
Oh, both of them.
Yeah, Sitsuyaku. I'm just going to stand behind
You're
him.
getting turf war points. Maybe they'll get a unique interaction. No?
Yeah, that is a unique interaction.
This is more than just their generic attacks?
Yeah, I think that was a unique one. It's not super cool. It's not like the... I expect everything to be Gyarados versus, like, Barroth, but that one's actually pretty unique. Like, in terms of the actual stuff going on. I think that was a unique interaction between the two, though.
Anyways, I still think a white Otogaron would be interesting, because it would be, like, muscle and sinew and the fat layer and stuff.
Bone.
Yeah.
Just bony Otogaron.
Just an Otogaron who decided to do his Radabon cosplay for Halloween.
Yeah, right? Oh, I fell off. Fucking hate that.
Eh. Yeah. I, to my knowledge, have no celebrity interactions that I remember.
Yeah.
I met Stan Sakai once. I didn't know who he was, but I knew there was I knew there was a comic artist who was going to be speaking at the public library, so I brought some shitty anime doodles and asked him to look at them. He said, yeah, work on your foreshortening, but you've got all of your basics down. I was like, oh, cool. To this day, I'm bad at foreshortening.
I forget who that is. Is that the
guy behind Usagi Yojimbo?
Yeah, I was gonna say, because he was at a con we went to once too.
Yeah, no, he still goes to cons.
I kind of looked him in the eye as we passed,
old.
and I didn't immediately remember what the fuck it even was, and then I remembered later, and I was like, oh shit.
I think it was like $60 for a sketch from him, but that's because
he's a professional fucking
he's
artist.
sitting there in
big old capital P professional.
Sitting there in the goddamn artist alley with a bunch of like people I went to high school with.
Yeah.
I don't know if 14-year-olds, but
no,
I've been in that
they were
artist
actual
alley.
adults. But,
so it's like anyone with $50 could have gotten in there if they gotten in there early enough. And then there's Stan Sakai sitting there, and he's old. I think a lot of the people who would have gone to that anime convention would have known
but he's
who
nice.
he was.
Like,
Yeah,
he's a cool dude either way.
Yeah. He's friends with the guys who did the Ninja Turtles, and that's why there's constant, like, crossovers with the Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
Which I also know very little about, to be perfectly honest.
I know more about the Ninja Turtles, I think, than you do. But,
it was after having seen him at that public library appearance that I decided, okay, well, let's read his stuff, and I was like, oh shit, this is good. And that was pretty awesome. There's also in one of the libraries, the library I worked at for like 3 years back in Hawaii,
Yes.
also had like 20 fucking volumes of ElfQuest, which is amazing if you think about it. If anyone here has never read ElfQuest...
originally a webcomic?
No. It is now,
Okay.
because the people who made it put it all up online for free, and that's amazing, and I highly encourage... I just, like, especially indie comics, like, if you have a comic, just put it online for free is great. Even if it's not, like, it's still easier to come by. It's amazing, though, that my public library in Hawaii in, like, the year 2006 had, like, books that were probably printed in, like, the 90s of just compilations of ElfQuest. It had, like, 20 damn volumes. It's like, ElfQuest was not big, too. It was some weird indie stuff from, like, the 70s and 80s. The first page of ElfQuest tells you everything you need to know. It's like, imagine someone doing... imagine an American doing what they think is anime style, and using that Totally Spies sort of vaguely pseudo-anime style to draw what looks like some sort of fan art of Frank Frazetta. But it's about elves. It is everything that I'm about. It's online for free, but it's just... My library was legit. I miss it. It's back in Hawaii.
We need to check chat more often, because people were talking during the Eddie Murphy thing. They were saying things like, and I thought I held grudges, and wild, and you guys really need to play Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden.
Yeah, we probably should. Like I said, I'm not sure.
We played the hell out of that game ourselves. It's just like...
I still never Googled to see if a certain word they use sometimes is a word we're allowed to say.
I don't know. I don't know. I know a lot of channels have played it in the past, so it's not a big issue.
Alright. But yeah, it is a game that's very nice. Do we have to fight that right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ice and Ire.
Okay. I forgot which one we were on for a second.
Yeah, it's fine. No worries.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to fighting him, but yeah, we do. We got it.
Yeah, I was saying something about ElfQuest. I want to say ElfQuest started in the 70s, continued up through the 90s. I don't know if they're still making anything, but they did put all of their work online. And it was made by a married couple of what I assume are weird Tolkien hippies from the look of their
They
work.
seem like they would be, right?
Right? It's called ElfQuest, and it was from the 70s. It's like people know what I mean when I say, like, Tolkien hippie.
Yeah, I would assume so.
It's just like full-time weed hobbit. There's no way they're not.
Oh, crap.
What?
Torquio one. I couldn't read it. Wait, the screen I have to read that on is like way the hell off in the distance.
Thank you for following.
Thank you for following. I appreciate it. We both do.
Tsutsiyaku's gone. Good.
Yeah. I wasn't. Oh, hey, what up, Devil Joe?
Whoa.
Shit.
Hi, bud.
Hey, baby, what going on? What's good? Shit. Fuck. Oh my God, Turf War, by the way. They're going after each other. I love how the moment he shows up, and not a moment before, his theme starts playing. Did you catch that?
The moment he shows up in the camera.
Yeah,
that's
the
pretty
moment
effective.
that he did like 630 damage to that thing. I can't see him at all anymore.
Get a little closer.
They're gonna be able to see me though.
Maybe. You don't have to get that close.
I love that. It was like he was just sort of in there suddenly, and then out of fucking nowhere, you hear his theme play, and it's like, oh shit. But not until he shows up. Like, not until you know he's there.
It's like a big purple question mark on your map.
Yeah, that's how we do. So now I gotta figure out where the hell Lagiana went.
Just down into what I'm guessing is the blue coral arena.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if I had it selected or not, so I reselected it. I kind of wish Devil Joe could come down and fight this whole fight for me, to be honest. I'd be really interested in watching that.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love that.
And it still might show up. It might follow
Yeah, no, he probably will.
If nothing else, he should be able to notice there's another big monster because he's going to want to eat it.
Yeah,
And
no,
he'll just
that's
follow
kind of his
Luciana.
big thing. He eats everything, so... If he thinks he has a hey, there he is! Fucker. Oh, goddamn, dude. At least give me time to get the hell out of here.
This is
Oh, he's going after both of us now. He doesn't care anymore.
great. This is also infinitely more funny than when Buttercup shows up because Basil Gooses are not as like they're cool looking, but
Yeah.
they're not funny. This guy's got them teeny arms.
Devil Joe, please! I'm sorry. I don't know what I did.
Just the fact that he's just like this weird fat sphere of a T-Rex just makes it funnier when he shows up. Like, what up, party man's here? As opposed to Basil Goose, who just looks like pure evil.
Yeah, Basil Goose is pretty much just pure evil.
It's just made of capsules of evil that it drops on you.
I can't tell if they're friendly now or like what the hell is going on
I can't
anymore.
imagine either of these two creatures ever being friendly with anything.
Yeah, I
Luciana
guess
is
that's
pretty much
true.
a dick too.
Yeah. But it doesn't look like the Joe is actually going after it right now. Is what I'm noticing? I don't know.
It's just
Ow,
going
fuck.
after everything. There's
I got
no
an
berries
alert.
in the area, so it's
Yeah, well, I
not
have some
even like
on me
they have
too,
to
so...
make a big deal about this.
Yeah, you two better turf war over there. I mean, clearly, the ones you need to worry about are each other. Fuck, they're still hitting me. I don't know if they're actually going after one another. I can't tell.
They're kind of doing it.
They might be going
most
after Tao. Like,
Yeah.
I saw a Spore Puff somewhere. There we go. Is that one too? Yeah, let's do that.
I've never seen that put anything to sleep. Are
I
you sure
have
that's
seen
what
it
does?
actually successfully put shit to sleep. Give it a second. I think one of them might be going down right now. No? Nope. I thought
Oh
so, but
boy,
no.
look who's here!
Tsitsiyaku.
The baby
Fucking
wants to
fun.
play.
Alright then.
This is a fantastic turn of events. There's
Yeah,
just-
I love having Devil Joes just show up for no reason.
It's just Lizard Hulk just sort of barging in through the wall and being like, "Can I play? Oh, you got snacks? I'm gonna take this," and he just eats everything.
You want blue?
What?
It's because people use sleep meat on him specifically. There was a joke animation about Devil Joe that came out years upon years upon years ago by an artist from Singapore, if I remember correctly. And it was just he used the audio that somebody made years ago for a meme that was about just two birds, where it's those birds who build nests and they take colored stuff,
Right,
like
those
blue
things.
colored
I
things.
forget the name of them, but they're amazing.
Yeah, and he made it with Kurapeko and Devil Joe because they were in a game together and they showed up frequently all the time together. Kurapeko, by the way, one of the monsters he could summon was Devil Joe.
Oh, I forgot Kurapeko did that.
Yeah, and as a result, they kept having the character like offer blue, and every time he'd do it, he'd pick up drugged meat, because that's just what everybody uses on Devil Joe, because it's the easiest thing to get him with. And it does the most, because if he falls asleep, he's not going to wake up right away. You get plenty of time to go after him without having to worry about anything if he's, asleep, as opposed to paralyzed or poisoned or anything like that.
Of course, once he hit him, he's not asleep anymore.
Well, yeah, but the point is, you don't have to hit him after you put him to sleep. You can just leave him there.
I guess if you're just trying to run.
Yeah, because the sleep lasts for goddamn ever, just about. I think it's like a full 5 minutes of sleep. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. So it lasts kind of a long-ass time, which means you get like a huge amount of time where you don't have to worry about Devil Joe during the fight at all. And then when he comes to, there's no guarantee he's going to go after you anyway, so it's like super useful on that count, too. Yeah, hit him. Fucking hate this guy. He's so flighty.
Yeah, I mean, he's a lot more bird-like than a lot of the other things he gets.
Yeah, I mean, kinda. They're definitely going for he needs to be a more streamlined, like, bird reptile or whatever. I don't know if I like it, but I understand it to some extent.
Yeah.
Ugh.
They want to show off his really long talons.
Yeah, and his weird tail that's also part of his wings.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you haven't been climbing that tendril and trying to mount him.
Because mounting off of a tendril is difficult.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a pain in the ass. Like, it was an okay hit, but it could have been better.
Yeah, but it was still pretty good. It's better than no hit.
I suppose.
But this shouldn't work.
It will if I can get the fuck off this stupid thing. There. Yeah, he was roaring at me while I was on it, so I didn't have the ability to actually, like, jump. I was just stuck on it. It looked like the character was trying to cut through the vine, like they were stuck or something.
Looks like on the map, Devil Joe's very far away from where Legiana's going, so we might not get any more parties.
Aw, oh well.
Eh.
That's fine, like, I don't really have a problem with it.
Yeah, it's just... still.
It's probably better if he's not around.
Yeah, they've all decided to keep their distance.
I think you only get maybe one turf war between monsters, and then I think there might be a timer, and you have to run that out before you can get a second one. I could be wrong, though. I've just noticed that you have, like, typically, like, a specific amount of time between when it happens and then when it can happen again.
Is there a reason you did that?
No, just wanted to hit that one.
Okay. Yeah, no, it makes sense, though, that once two monsters have fought each other, that they're going to go off in separate directions, be like, man, that was unpleasant.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, these
Is
guys.
this the place he always shows up? No.
No, I think he's up
No,
in his
yeah, they're
nest.
telling me to go up to the nest. Oh, that's annoying.
So
I did the
annoying
jump
that you
instead of
just
the roll.
did a dramatic jump to show everyone how annoying you
Yeah,
are.
well. And yes, the Jacalagas are now fighting us, which is a gigantic pain in the butt.
Yeah, well, they're easily ignored.
If you can get away fast enough, I have noticed that if you can't, if you give them even an inch, they will go after you.
Yeah, they will throw bombs and stuff, but you just walk away.
They also have sleep knives and paralysis knives. So if they hit you with those, there is a very high chance that they will put you to sleep and then just sit there and wail on you with bombs. And I have talked to people and found out I'm not the only person who has had an actual cart happen to those assholes. It's super common for people to cart to those, which is really sad and annoying.
Yeah.
Because it feels like you shouldn't cart to that, right? Like,
Yeah, it
Maybe
does
it's just
feel
me.
silly and avoidable.
yeah.
I mean, I guess there is an easier way up here, but I wish there was a way up here
Yeah.
without using the
You just gotta use the glider
mantle.
mantle, yeah.
Yeah, but this is such a hike.
It is a little bit, I admit.
Oh, well.
Let's see.
You gonna try and
he's
capture?
asleep, right? Yeah, I'm gonna cap. Easier than actually going for him and fighting him like a normal person.
He's standing
Sleeping
on top
on
of...
Kieran stuff, I know.
Yeah.
That's fine. I can get it. I'm like still picking up the Kieran hair.
Yeah.
Okay, so the big problem that you gotta watch out for, and I've said this before, is once you start capping monsters, if you cap a monster and this is not the only monster you need for the mission, you have to watch out because Devil Joe, if he's in the area, will show up and eat the sleeping monster. That's his thing. Like, that's what makes him super annoying during missions, is if you want to cap something, that's fine, but look out, because if you're capping and he's sitting on top of it, you might be fucked. Like,
Ooh,
he might just eat it, and then you have to go and cap another one. A
Antidote.
decoration that enhances the poison resistance skill and sleep resistance. That's okay, I guess.
Damn good amount of money.
It's an okay amount of money. I feel like it could be more.
Yeah, well, I mean, you spent the first half of your experience in this game just completely broke.
Penniless all the time, yeah.
All the damn time. Okay. Bounty complete. What'd you do?
I don't know. Probably hunted something that was necessary. Odegaron, perhaps? Oh yeah, the Scavantula thing. Did I go from one mission to another?
No, you just didn't check over here.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Alright then, yeah, apparently I did that one. Got giant sirloin as a result.
Huh.
I don't think I have any of these, though. Yeah, I don't. Okay. Well, alright then. Is he gonna tell me things? Yes, he is. I got a third box in this tree, and it is significantly larger. Holy shit.
This helps justify the really big...
empty area over here.
Yeah, the really big staircase that didn't do anything.
Yeah, that originally didn't do anything and didn't look very good either, because it's just in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Thank you, look how much the ancient tree has grown. I knew a sack of the stuff would produce quick results. What? You'd like to know if I've been doing my part while you were away? And you don't understand why the tree has grown so suddenly. Well, I suppose I could tell you. It's the soil. I collected soil from the Rotten Vale. We've already talked about how each Elder Crossing coincides with a sudden burst of growth in the New World's vegetation. The reason the Elder Dragons go to the Rotten Vale is to die there. So I decided to try collecting soil samples to see if they'd have an effect on the tree. So, technically, it's destroyed the facility. The commander's not going to be happy about this. I don't think he's over the whole almost blowing up Astera mishap from the last time. Oh well, he'll just have to deal. I did notice that the roof of the building was still on top of the tree. The good news is that the ancient tree has grown. We can handle more requests than ever. I thought that's a conquest. I hope you take advantage of it. Consider it a way to help me further my research. Now, are you just here because you missed me? No.
No, we were here because we needed you to explain yourself, I guess?
Yeah, a little bit. That'll probably be fine. Can I fertilize with something else on top of this, too? Yeah, I can. Mega fertilizer. And that'll be good. Let's see. Does this guy say anything? No. Even though I gave him, like, a really cool monster, he doesn't care.
He's too busy studying. Also, you have other capture quests from him.
It's a lovely monster, isn't it? It cuts through the air with the grace of a dancer. It's built for it. Yeah. I don't care. You want to do a big monster?
Yeah. I kind of want to see you do a Lavasiot, personally.
Lavasiot? Oh, Christ. I don't know if I want to do that, though, because they're not really good for anything. I kind of wanted to do a Nergigante.
Yeah, I mean, do what you want. But that was my suggestion. That's all.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I might have enough for some more high-rank Odegaron parts, now that I think about it.
Yeah, that might be cool.
I can check that real quick. Also, I was curious, did I ever buy that cat head, or did I just leave it alone?
I don't remember.
Oh, I didn't have high rank Lagiana before this, apparently.
Yeah.
Slightly more Batman when it's beta.
Yeah.
Not as big a cape, though. I don't know if I like that. Huh.
It's okay. I feel like they could have done
Focus
something flashier, but I understand why they left it the way it was.
No, I never bought this.
Oh.
Oh, I
you
didn't
need
have the
Paolumu
Paolumu.
pelts.
Yeah, that must have been what it was. I just didn't
Yeah.
have them. Huh. That was silly of me.
Weren't you going to get some new
Kodachi.
pants or something?
Kodachi. Yeah, I got new pants. I'm wearing
Oh, that's right.
them. Yeah.
I may have been comatose at the end
Yeah,
of the last
don't
stream.
worry
That
about it. It's
usually is how
fine.
goes.
It happens. I also got a moss. I got enough stuff to make the moss wine mask if I want.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, it's well, it takes kind of a lot of shit, but
It's stuff you have
it's,
many.
yeah, it's stuff I've got plenty of, so I may as well just make one.
Just that you have it.
Yeah. So let's watch them hammer away at some metal and drop some bones into a fire, and then the pig head comes out. Here you go. Here's your pig head.
You're not
I
gonna
won't
wear
fucking
it?
wear it. No, it's a mushroom mancer helmet, which is actually pretty good if you know your way around the mushrooms. I think I remember most of what they are, but that's really just a support head.
Yeah.
Like it's to support other players, and I'm not doing anything online right now, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were looking for Otogaron. I don't remember where it is on this list.
I don't either.
Higher up, I think. Yep, there it is.
Probably. Yeah, there it is.
You've got the head.
Yeah, I've got enough to make another head if I want to, but I kind of don't feel like it.
Yeah,
so.
what was it needing? It needed something. Did
Which
that
one?
say Hornitar Carapace?
Oh yeah, Hornitar Carapace and
Oh, that's
stuff.
annoying.
Gems, some hard bones. That's fair. I understand. This stuff is pretty good, actually. I was, like, shitting on it for a while, but this is actually not that bad.
It's being pointed out in chat that we should be wearing the pig head to match our grandma Dark Souls character.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit.
Which was my fashion choice,
Yeah.
and Josh kept telling me to wear something else.
I'm gonna make the hands for this. I haven't fought another Valhazak since I did the first one, but honestly, I feel like those parts are just going to waste if I have them sitting around.
Wait, that
doing
wasn't
nothing.
Valhazak, that was Dustin.
Yes, it does.
Was
It takes Valhazak to make.
Oh, okay. I
We've
thought
been
you
over
were...
this before.
Yeah,
It's like,
no,
yeah,
you
it's Death Stench, which takes the Sinister Cloth, but then it takes Valhazak on top of
Yeah,
that.
no, you were saying it as though you were making the Valhazak.
No,
so.
no.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse.
Okay.
I think I have Tail Raiders out, right?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna check if they have any more Sinister Cloths that they've found recently or not.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that thing every time.
You want to switch it for something?
No, it's just when it comes in, it
Womp.
yeah. So it fades in slowly because it's got bigger polygons than everything else, I think.
Yeah.
And it just looks so weird and creepy when it
Got
comes
interim
back.
rewards. Oh, they're still pretty fresh.
Yeah. All right. There's nothing here. That's fine. I'm okay with this.
Yeah. It's so big.
And it really wants to hang out with me. I don't know why.
Yeah, Oripoke, I'd suggest having a character of each gender because some of them are great for girls and not for boys or vice versa. So it's like sometimes, like both my characters are at largely the same part of the game right now. And it's just literally just, do I feel like playing as one or the other? And it's just kind of nice to have that option.
Yeah. I would agree. To some extent, that is actually a really good idea to do.
Yeah, so I can go in and like, you can't really tell what people are thinking about your character, but I'll go into SOS missions and think, oh, do they think that I'm a cool girl or a cool dude? And it's like, it doesn't matter.
No, nobody cares.
But I can pretend in my head.
Coral Bone, Great Jaggy Claw. Am I still... Oh, I was on the first one for that still?
Well, you just weren't using the Jagras stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I guess I just haven't been hunting very many Jagresses.
Because
you guys
why
want to
would
make
you
a
need
great
to?
sword real quick? We can go out and just kill some of these things easy.
Yeah, that was low rank Jagras, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I bet I've got at least one hunt for a low rank Jagras.
You probably have investigations, or if not, you can get one easy.
Yeah, let's try this.
Yeah, I think I had done a ludicrous amount of just Great Jagras investigations just for the money at some point.
Really quickly, somebody asked where I got the giant Vigor Wasp. I just found it. It was in the ancient forest. I just found it. It was flying around.
Yeah, we were just in an area, and then we're like, what the fuck is that? It's huge. And then he caught it.
Yeah, it was one of the places where monsters sleep. I think it was the place where, at the time, we were fighting a Devil Joe, so wherever his nest, generally speaking, is.
I think he was chilling near where the Anjanath sleeps.
Yeah, I want to say.
Yeah, that sounds
It was
familiar.
close-ish to the place where the Jagresses go, too. I remember that. Wrong one.
Yeah, and it was just completely random. I think it was just in a place a normal Vigor Wasp could have shown up. I think.
Yeah, I think it might just be that sometimes Vigor Wasps show up in their giants.
Yeah.
For no reason. It's really weird, and I don't know if I hate it or if I really like it,
I
honestly.
like it because like they could have done a recolor easy, but the sheer size of that giant glorp as it gets pulled around is just really something.
Huh.
Are they gonna put all 3 Tsutsiyaku in the arena with you at once?
Maybe.
That actually sounds rad.
I was like looking through it for like, oh, let's do Jagras things, and then I remembered, oh wait, we've got a Jagras one in here, which we don't anymore, it's gone.
Yeah.
But this gives you a special item.
Does it?
Yeah.
Where does it say?
In the description from the analytics director, it's, my dear sister and I were suffering from poor eyesight, but the second Fleet Master crafted us some fine spectacles. I'll give mine to you if you help me test them out.
Huh. And maybe that's how you're gonna get those glasses.
Maybe. Maybe I'll do this one real quick, and then we'll do some Jagrasses.
Yeah. Also, this will be hilarious if they are all in
Oh
there
yeah,
at once with you.
I'm fighting 3 Tsutsiyaku potentially in the exact same area. Yeah, this is going to be a problem.
All of them setting off flashes at once.
Oh yeah, this might suck. It has the potential to really suck.
Good.
Let's see. I will do... it's not like I can find one that'll just keep me from being blind or anything like that. Yeah, I'll go for just large attack and let this happen.
That seems like the right way to go.
I'm gonna be blinded nonstop. I may as well.
Yeah, they're gonna go down even with the flashing.
I don't think this is gonna help me, but I'm gonna take these with me. It used to be that you could do a thing with those, but I don't think it's gonna work.
With Screamer Pods?
Yeah, you used to be able to... Things that would flash you, a lot of them had an aversion, let's call it, to Screamer Pods, where you'd throw them and it would blow up in their face and they'd stagger around and freak out.
It might work.
I don't know if it's still gonna work, but we'll see. Used to be you could do that.
It's gonna be good either way. And if they don't come out all at the same time, I'm gonna be sorely disappointed.